freedom, but they did not have the responsibility inside of them to direct that freedom for their highest and best good. You see, they chose to let themselves be tempted by whimsical desires, instead of the discipline, which is what I'm getting to, the discipline that it takes. When you have freedom, it takes discipline, a practice of discipline. The discipline is in being mindfully aware of your thoughts, your feelings, and most of all, your attitudes. What is your attitude creating for you this day? When you wake up in the morning, that should be your number one question. What is my attitude going to create for me today? And you see that first early morning intention will guide your whole day more than any other thought throughout your day. The very first thought when you awaken is more powerful than any of the other thoughts.
Amen.
Because you're in a state of subliminal condition where you're in fertile grounds. It's like planting a seed in the most fertile ground. It's been fertilized, it's watered, it is ready to receive. The day has not come up yet where you have been throwing stuff in there. And all the weeds are growing. And they grow that fast during the day. They do. And sometimes we regrow the same weeds that we had yesterday. It doesn't look like there's anything going on in your life, but you're recreating right here in this moment. You're recreating the moment from just a few minutes ago. Because if you're thinking the same thoughts, if you're believing the same thing about yourself, you're recreating the same thing over and over and over. And it's dynamic. It's happening here every second of the day. The fact that you even have form, that you can breathe, that you can think through the mind of God, that's powerful. Sometimes we think the life is mundane. We're creating the mundane. How powerful we are. We look around and we say, what have we done? What have we not done? Everything that you experience in life is a product of your choices, the freedom that you've been given. The story of the 10 talents. When Jesus was telling this story, the master gave these three the talents. One of them didn't do anything with it. One of them buried it. One of them went out and invested. This is a parallel to our freedom. What are we doing with the gifts that we have been given? What is my purpose with those gifts? I can tell you what it's not. It's not to bury it, and it's not to do nothing with it. We are here to be courageous. We are here to follow the path that we've come here to do. For each one of that, it is slightly different. It may look like it when you're going down the road and you're communing with people. I've had people that I've known for years and I thought we were going to be together forever. We had the same thinking, we had the same heart. And somewhere along the road, life divides and refines our purpose for us. Because it is very, very specific for each one of us. Isn't that great that we have a specific purpose? That no two are alike, like everything in nature? The freedom to go to that place is ours. Walt Whitman said, "Oh, to the ruler of life, not a slave." Not a slave. So what is this freedom that we're talking about? What does it really mean? Jesus had a lot to say about the freedom that we exercise. He said that the truth will set you free. The truth of knowing who you are is the most powerful thing that you could ever imagine. In Buddhism, it's called the Dharma. The Dharma is like an 8-sided wheel with paths that go out. But the Dharma is a way of life that brings you freedom. The quote from Buddha says that just as there is only one taste in the ocean, the taste of salt, so in Buddhism there's only one taste, the taste of freedom. So what Buddha taught was very similar to what Jesus taught, and that is letting go of attachments. The path to freedom, to true freedom, is letting go of attachments. What do I mean by attachments? Jesus described it as letting go of self. Attachments are those things which you define yourself in a temporary world. If you attach yourself to your identity, to what you do in life, that's an attachment. Because those things will pass eventually. All things pass.
Amen.
This too will pass.
Amen.
So, what all sages say is exactly the same thing. Just travel lightly. Let go of attachments. Let go of those things outside of the kingdom within and how you identify yourself. Because the more you attach yourself to this world, the more you widen that gap between you and the I am, the one presence and the one power. What we're pursuing is a closer walk with thee, not a further away walk with thee. And sometimes if we get so far away that we cannot see our source. And so we start outsourcing, we start looking for things outside of us. We are truly, truly very vulnerable without the presence of God in our life. We're very, very vulnerable.
Amen.
And it's easy to seek that in times of trouble. But the way to even our life is to make that a way of life. Choose whom this day you shall serve. For me and my household, we shall serve the Lord.
Amen.
The guards, just like the guards at the royal palace, there are guards within you that must be on alert at all times. Jesus was tempted, Buddha was tempted. There's a parallel between those two. You know, they were both murdered. They were both started a ministry in the early 30s. They were both born of an immaculate conception. But they both taught the same thing, that you must guard your heart. How do we guard our heart? What are we guarding our heart against? False beliefs is number one. Judgments, resentments. Those things that identify us as a human being rather than a spiritual being.
Amen.
Having a human experience.
Amen.
Which is what we are, really. We're having a human experience because we've chosen to do that. That's how powerful we are. You know, people say, well, who's responsible for all of this? And then you look in the scriptures and what it says, I am.
I am.
And Jesus went a little further. He says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. It's not, there's no more empowering statement than Jesus' words right there. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Taking responsibility for your own world is empowering yourself to change, to re-choose your experiences and the way life comes back to you. Understanding that there is no enemy out there. Understanding that. What if you knew there was no enemy? How would that change your life? How would it change the way you see the world? What if you knew that you were unopposed? That would mean there's only one presence and one power, right?
Amen.
Not me and the one presence and the one power. Not you and the one presence and the one power. But there's only one presence and the one power. Guess who I truly am? The one presence and the one power. There is only one presence and one power. See, if you take that into your heart and you feel the energy going through your heart, soul, and your body, you know that that's the truth of who you are. You know that. That's a powerful statement. Do not trivialize the words that you tell yourself, that dialogue, that inner dialogue that you tell yourself. Don't trivialize that. That is powerful. It's huge. And it's unbiased. It's unbiased. If you've been cutting yourself with your own tongue, redirect that. Turn the other cheek. Begin to empower your life by using that powerful, powerful presence of consciousness that you have, the I am. In His image, they were made, male and female. Somebody asked me the other day, well, how do you think the world started? And how do you think it will end? When you're born, the world begins, right? The world begins. It begins when you're born, and it ends when you die.
Amen.
Because there's nothing outside of the I am. We're having an experience. Science has proven over and over again that there's nothing out there concrete. That's a concept. And who's thinking that? The subjective I am. I am thinking that. I'm creating that in my life. Fillmore said it, co-founder of Unity. Jesus said it. Buddha before him said that. Sages throughout the world say the same thing. There's only one presence, one power. We have the freedom to choose, to re-choose. We have the freedom to stay in our past. We can push the pause button and refresh ourselves and move forward. Let your yes mean yes, and your no mean no. The freedom from addiction is a very powerful, powerful need right now in this world. Because addictions are a way of hiding, aren't they? They're a way of hiding. They're that Adam consciousness where your I am is calling out, where are you, Adam? Where are you? I was afraid, so I hid.
Amen.
I heard you walking in the garden. Because believe it or not, every moment of the day, that God, that I am consciousness is calling, where are you? Where are you? We've been in hiding so long we don't even know we're hiding. Where are you? Fill in the blank. Where are you? That's a friendly voice. That's a loving voice. That's an empowering voice. Come out from the shadows. Let your light shine. I have come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Today we choose the freedom to walk in the footsteps of our Master Way Shower, Jesus. And we are grateful. Thank you, God. Thank you, God.